Hello. Welcome, everybody. I am Jenna Ushkowitz, and we are welcoming you to the very first episode of Undefinable, an AAGC Originals Podcast. We are so excited to finally be here with you. This has been a long time in the making.
A very long time in the making.
We've talked about the podcast, we've ruminated, we've ideated, but here we are. And we couldn't be more excited that we're actually doing it here and that you're here with us. I want to give you a little context about why we're here, who we are, what's happening. I'm Jenna Ushkowitz, and I am an actress and a producer and a podcast host. And you may know me from a little show called Glee. I also started on Broadway when I was 9 years old in The King and I did the musical Spring Awakening. I did the musical Waitress. You name it. I've done it. Les Mis. Baker's Wife, weird show. Anyway, so happy to be here with you guys. I am a new mother of two. I just had my son. He's 1 year old. I guess not that long ago, but long ago. Anyway, I've been trying to figure out how to spend my time. I think when you become a mother, your priorities come into sharp perspective and clarity. And I have been a deep supporter of AAGC, Asian American Girl Club, from the beginning. Something that really resonated with me, something that I needed and I didn't know I needed. And so I reached out to Maki, my friend, our CEO, our founder, and I said, what are you doing with AAGC? What can I do to help? We've been talking about a podcast for a really long time, so here we are. And now, I have joined the team officially of Asian American Girl Club as the COO. My little producer brain is like jumping for joy. I could not be happier to be on this team, helping build the next chapter of this company. And even with having my daughter and my son and having them grow up in a world where AAGC exists and 100 more AAGCs exist in the world is so important. So, a little context, I keep saying AAGC, Asian American Girl Club. For those of you who don't know, Asian American Girl Club has been around for 7 years, started from the living room floor of Maki's living room with kind of an Instagram post and a signal for friendship and belonging and hope and representation and community. So our very first guest is here, Maki. She's gonna come in. We're gonna dive into all of it. But I first want to introduce my co-host, my wonderful friend, Kara Wang, my first AAGC friend, and actress buddy. Welcome, Kara.
Thank you, Jenna. Oh my gosh, that was a great intro. First of all, everyone, Jenna Ushkowitz is a legend, as you can tell from all of the list of her credits. Like, I remember when I first got back to LA after I was in China, and I knew who Jenna was. Like, I already knew who Jenna was. And it was so cool to meet her through AAGC. Like she said, she was also one of my first AAGC friends.
Oh.
And it's so surreal to be able to be sitting here on the couch with you and
this is crazy.
Bring this podcast to life. Like, so cool.
I'm so happy you're here.
I'm happy.
Can you tell our listeners, our audience, who you are, what they know you from, what you've done, or who you hope to be?
Oh, love these questions. Well, hello, everyone. My name is Kara Wang. Like Jenna said, I'm also a fellow actress. You might know me from the show Good Trouble that was on Freeform and Hulu for 5 seasons, which was a spinoff from the show The Fosters that was very popular. I also have a career as an actress in Asia. I was in China for over 5 years. So I acted in mostly local Mandarin productions in television and film over there for quite a while. And I'm also, fun fact, a certified sommelier. I got certified years back because wine is one of my passion projects, and I'm a new entrepreneur. I launched my wine label last year called Amrin Wine, and so I'm excited about that as well. So
It's delicious.
thank you.
It's
Thank
exciting.
you. Very excited about it.
I feel like I've always known about you that you were a sommelier because, like, I am a wine lover and drinker, and I thought it was so cool that you were actually a sommelier, like doing the test, going through the blind taste tests of it all.
Yeah. Have a little bit more like oomph behind it. I'm like, this is like beyond a passion. It's like,
Now
I've studied it.
entrepreneur.
I have the certificate,
You've done your 100 hours, Malcolm Gladwell.
Yes.
Okay. I would love to just like chat a little bit about what AAGC means to you and to me, and like what it is to you that feels, what it means to be undefinable.
Yeah, going back to what you were saying, you gave a little bit of context of how AAGC started on Ali's living room floor.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when she started it because that was also around the, same time that I met Ali and kind of got to know what she was doing. Like you said, we've all been actresses in this industry for a while and everybody kind of circulates around each other, but we didn't really, come together until Ali started this club.
Yeah.
And I remember just seeing the logo and seeing the Instagram post and being like, okay, I'm not sure what this is, but how something so simple, 4 words, can be so powerful.
Totally.
And give me such a sense of belonging immediately.
Yes.
And that's powerful.
For sure.
Very, very powerful.
Yeah, I think that like I always, it means so much to me to be Asian and American as a Korean adoptee, to navigate the world where people don't just see me as Asian or just an adoptee or just an actress or just anything. And like being undefinable means to me like I can be all of those things, but like not defined by one of them. And I feel like Asian American Girl Club really gave me this space for the first time ever, really, to not be alone in this very unique story that I own and I, wear proudly. So
Yeah.
I hope that you guys think about what it means to you to be undefinable, because this podcast is all about belonging and community, coming together to have inspiring stories, to listen, to learn, to connect. I hope you guys, figure out how to connect with each other. That's what AAGC is for. We bring people together. It's so funny, Kara, because when we were at this AAGC event back in like a couple months ago at Chifa in LA, I had overheard you and some other of the girls talking about gift giving, meeting some parents or something and bringing gifts like from the airport, like not physically being empty-handed. And I'm like so enamored and intrigued by these stories because I grew up in a white household. I know nothing about my Asian culture. I mean, not nothing, but I know very little about all of these really beautiful traditions and kind of cultural touch points that like I kind of missed out on. And so in the spirit of that, before we get into our segment, I just wanted to bring you a little gift.
Ooh.
I heard you talking about canned fish, so I brought you some sardines. Some canned fish.
Thank you. Okay, first of all,
You like canned fish?
I'm obsessed with tin fish. Obsessed
Tin
with
fish.
tin fish, canned fish. It's fine. I totally understood what you were saying. Sardines with preserved lemon. Okay, let me tell you about tin fish.
Okay, tell me about tin fish.
Well, we don't need to go too far into tin fish.
No, we can't.
But when
We
I say, let me tell you about tin fish. I just feel like, okay, tin fish is having a moment in LA right
It
now.
really is.
There's restaurants like, like Salty Girl that have a whole menu of just tin fish,
I mean-
And I feel like back in the day, people felt like tin fish was, even when I think about when I was younger, even, in American culture as well, like the tinned
Yes.
tuna or the tinned,
I love to.
stuff
tinned
like that.
tuna.
It was kind of like a cheap food or like a
Right.
on the grab on the go where like, it's very affordable, all these things.
Yeah.
But tin fish is used in so many different cultures.
Oh.
Yeah. And
yes.
especially I grew up on the Chinese one. We call it like tai yu, and it's also another fermented type of fish in tin fish. And it's just so nostalgic for me.
And it's really making its way through LA.
It's making
which we love.
We love a sequel. We love a resurgence. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, we love a sequel 2.0.
Thank you for this gift.
You're
absolutely
welcome.
right. It's such a big part of a lot of Asian cultures to not
Yeah.
show up empty-handed and to just even if it's just a little thoughtful little gift, it's part of the, like
Well, like, will you go to a party empty-handed ever?
never.
Never.
Oh, never.
Okay.
Never.
This is
I'm
important.
never stepping foot in someone's house
I
without
don't
bringing
either,
something.
personally.
Yeah.
Not even like from a tradition or like,
Right.
It's like, I won't.
Right. Right.
How dare I?
How dare you? With
Step through
nothing?
a door.
Empty-handed?
Are you kidding?
Okay, well, I'm very excited to gift you with what I have brought today. This is, honestly, I consider it the OG chili crisp. Chili crisp is also something that has been.
I mean, I
making
saw an
a
oil. I saw an oil. Okay.
Yes, a huge, huge, huge.
It really has
Moment.
I mean, our girl Janice Kim, who has hot girl sauce,
Oh,
we
so
love.
good,
She's
so good.
deep friend of
And Jing with Fly by Jing.
Fly by
I mean,
Jing,
there's
of
so
course.
many good ones out there.
And I love that it's just like making its way through.
Another one. See, pair the tinned seafood with the chili crisp. But let me tell you about Laukanma chili crisp.
Okay, tell me.
This one is true. It has been around. I should have looked this up, but it really has been around since I think I have been on this earth and older.
A thought.
Yes.
Yeah.
Laukanma actually translates to old godmother. So cute. But when I was in China,
Yeah.
this is what every actor had in their bag. Because sometimes the set
crafty,
lunches or crafty
terrible.
wasn't good.
Yeah.
But you know that if you just put the laukanma even on white rice, it makes
good.
everything taste good.
Yeah.
This is the OG. This is what I was using when I was in China. Every actor had so many of these jars of it
I'm
in their
into
bag.
it.
So I'm so excited for
Thank
you
you
to
for for
try it.
bringing me this.
Of course. Happy. Very
I'm
happy
a
for you
hot
to try
girl
it.
sauce. So
Yes. Yes.
okay.
And it's
Thank
got good
you.
texture. It's got a lot of crisp. You know how sometimes it's chili oil crisp ratio?
No, we love it.
It's got good
Check it
texture.
out.
Mhm.
Okay. So before we're gonna get to Allie because we can't wait. We cannot wait any longer.
Simply must.
Simply must.
We simply must.
I want to reiterate again, this podcast is for you guys. We want you guys to be involved. We're gonna have a hotline where you're gonna call in. It's gonna be very exciting. We're
Mhm.
gonna answer questions. We want to hear your thoughts on being undefinable, how it feels to you. So please call into the hotline. But this is really for everybody. This is a podcast for everybody. So we welcome you in. We welcome new listeners. We welcome our OG AAGC listeners and community. And we're just so excited to be here with you all. Let's bring Allie on.
Let's bring Allie on.
Okay, everybody. Here we are. Allie Maki's here with us.
Hi.
Our friend, founder of AAGC, CEO of AAGC, also an actress, a voice actress. Most of you would know her from Toy Story 4 is Giggle McDimples, the cutest character in all of the Pixar land. Apple's TV Big Door Prize, Wrecked, Marvel's Cloak and Dagger. I mean, you are a new mom. You founded AAGC. It's giving everything energy right now.
It's giving multi-hyphenate.
Welcome, Allie.
Thank you for
Welcome,
having me.
welcome.
I
So
feel
happy to have
so honored to be the first guest on our first ever podcast.
We wouldn't have it any other way.
This is wild. Just hearing you both talk, it's like the dream vision board is coming to life. So congratulations, ladies, on episode 1.
Congratulations to you.
Congratulations.
We're here.
We did
We're
it.
doing
We're
it.
doing it.
Well, we're so excited to have you here. I'm really excited to talk to you about and to share with people because I know that obviously our community members who have been around know about AAGC and Asian American Girl Club but I just I think that people deserve the chance to learn more about you and why you built this and what's your why? Because I think it's so important and you have so much integrity and it's carried through this whole process in time. And we've known each other for forever as actresses, all three of us.
Yep.
And so I just would love for you to take us back to the very beginning of little Allie. Where did you grow up? What was it like for you growing up?
Yes. Well, little Allie. Oh my gosh. So I grew up in a place called Kirkland, Washington. If you go to Costco Costco people here.
Yes, Costco people here.
Shout out Kirkland.
How are we not Costco people?
We love Costco.
I grew up in Kirkland, which people don't know is a real place, but it is a real place.
Wow.
So my dad worked at corporate Costco. So we had the black corporate card. I thought it was so special. Speaking of clubs, I was like, I'm in the most exclusive club in the world.
She is Costco royalty.
We love clubs.
Literally. My brothers pushed carts at Costco. You know, I had such an amazing childhood, but I was very shy. I had two older brothers. I was the little sister, very much giving little sister energy, only girl energy, but I was exceptionally shy. Like I would not speak to anyone. I was completely silent, and I think my mom wanted to find a way for me to get out of my shell, so she put me in all of these activities. I start out with dance, which I'm sure is that's like the intro to activities.
We love activities.
Activities 101 is dance. Ballet, jazz, modern, tap dancing, all of the things. And then I tried softball, horrible. We knew instantly I was not a sports girl. I think I got hit in the face day one of practice by softball.
Oh, no.
I looked up, boom, down. So I was not a sports girl. Big baseball fan, but not a sports girl. And then what else? I was in Girl Scouts. I was, I learned different languages. I was in Pogs Club, which was like the kids at school throwing Pogs.
Shout out Pogs.
Shout out Pogs.
Shout out Pogs.
But so you're like a club girly. You were a club girly. You were well-rounded.
Yes.
This is the origin story.
This is. Okay.
And I always wonder, was it an Asian girl thing? Because I feel like, Kara, just the activities for days and days and days.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what it was, but so I was in all these clubs, and I realized that I would always quit everything. Like I would start something and I'd quit it. I would start something else and then I'd stop. I did get hit in the face with a softball, so that is like
fair enough.
Yeah, stop that one. That made sense.
We stopped that one. But what I'd always think about, why would I quit these clubs? And I think looking back now as an adult, I realized that most of these clubs did not have anyone that I could really share and connect with in a deeper way of having another Asian girl I could talk to, or someone that really understood me, where I felt truly included at the table.
Yeah.
And it's weird how you can feel that way without ever having any reason to. It just, if you're the only one that looks like you in these places and spaces, it's just something you innately feel.
Yeah. Well, that definitely feels like my truth too. And it can either be a superpower or it can be really lonely and really isolating, right?
Yeah.
And especially in our industry, we both started, I know you started really young. I started really young. How old did you start when you were acting?
I was 6 when I did my first musical theater gig.
Oh my God.
Community theater gig.
We love it. Do you remember what production it was?
Oh, 100%. It was called The Magical Story Circus.
Oh.
Actually, you know what? I should probably tell this story because I was 6 years old and I never done anything before. And I got cast as the lead role, which is like my mom,
sorry, we both gasped because 6-year-old
lead
Ali
role
coming through.
But let me tell you
lead.
why.
Okay, tell us
So
why.
the lead role, her name was Asian Princess.
No.
Yes.
That was the name?
I'm offended.
Not even like a name?
Her name was Asian
So
Princess.
insulted. Okay.
Yes, so I booked this lead role. I get this lead role. Who knows why, right? I mean,
Who knows
Well,
why?
who knows why?
We know why,
We
but
don't
who
know
knows
why.
why?
We know why.
And I remember I was rehearsing and all this stuff, and there was supposed to be a kiss between the Asian princess and the Asian prince.
At 6?
Okay, the Asian prince
No.
was a kid as well, but not an Asian person. So we were both like dressed in these Asian garb.
Oh my
like
God.
could have been any country in Asia. I don't know what
general
the garb,
Asian garb.
General Asian garb. There was maybe some mixing and matching here going on.
Okay.
And they wanted us to kiss. And I'm 6 years old. I have
No.
my family doesn't talk about that. I don't know anything. And that's crazy. And so we're leading up, and the night before I decided to quit the play. I was like,
Oh my gosh.
She quit.
There's a
She
lot
was
of
the lead
gasping.
role and then she quit.
Wait.
I quit
Wow.
the play. It is still something that we talk about in my family. My mom talks about.
Did they have an understudy?
They had an understudy, and it was the TA who was also not an Asian person.
Oh, boy.
So imagine opening night, it opens. It's the Asian prince and the Asian princess, both in Asian garb that are not Asian.
Wait.
Not great.
I was in the back because they were like, you can be a troop member.
Yeah.
I was the happiest I will ever probably have been. And I think in that moment, it was kind of a great thing because I learned that I had a voice. And even if I had to let down everyone around me, my family, my friends, the director, the community, like I stood up for myself in that moment. I think it really helped me in this industry, really helped me in just in everything that I do, that activism doesn't have to be anything crazy. It can really just be standing up for yourself if you're like, I don't feel comfortable in this space.
I mean, that's so important in our industry too, because you're taught so early on to be a team player, to be a trooper, to put your head down, do the work. You're grateful to be there. There's 100 other people who want to be here. So it's so interesting to hear you say, like, you learned that at 6 years old. Did you carry that with you through the rest of your time as a performer and as an artist?
Yeah, I think I did. And I, without really even knowing it, but even though in that moment I thought, I've let down everyone that I know at 6 years old. I was like, I have failed the job. But really, I was on stage in my little glittery outfit and I was so happy, so happy. So I think inherently, you know, when they say you hit rock bottom and you just point at everyone, but you still survive.
Yeah.
I realized, okay, you know what? I was given jazz hands and I was like, I'm still here and I'm still on stage doing what I love. So I think I was able to inherently, weirdly, let a lot of that go at a young age, which is cool to look back.
I mean, we will take glittery garb over general Asian garb any day. Like, that's amazing. That's also so crazy that you learned a lesson like that at such a young age. A lesson that I think a lot of people sometimes spend their entire lives not being able to learn and also execute from that. You know, so that's amazing. What a cool story. And the fact that you remembered it too.
Yeah, it's weird the things that come back to you as an adult, like joining all those clubs, quitting all those clubs, like quitting the musical. You know, I just think, I thought of myself as a failure for so long. And I think a lot of it was that I didn't feel like I had this support of being able to talk and understand my feelings of loneliness, of feeling like misunderstood or feeling weird in these spaces that weren't designed for me.
Did you feel like that? All those things you just said, like, did you feel like that when you were in your career, like early in your career or throughout your career? Like, how did you feel navigating the space as a woman and then as an Asian woman? Like, I know for me, my parents begged me not to do this as an adult. They begged me. I was like, I'm going to NYU. I didn't go to NYU. I'm going to NYU to pursue musical theater, to be an actress. You put me in this business to start. And they're like, please, this is going to be so hard for you. Like, we just don't want to see you struggle. And I understand, like, from the deep place of, like, they just from care.
Yeah.
But I'm curious for you, like, what was it like after that 6-year-old Allie learning that lesson, navigating your career?
I think the thing that it's always pushed me through is that I truly love performing. It is the way that I was able to get out of my shell. I think it's been my way of self-expression. It's been the back door for me for getting confidence. Weirdly, when I feel like we didn't have that representation, we didn't have a lot of those role models to look up to. And I think it really was me performing that I was able to find my voice and my identity. So when I was 13 and a half, I got scouted, like straight up in a mall by a manager, the most cliche thing you could think of in Seattle. There was this woman that toured the country scouting for kids. And she would bring them out to LA at this like summer camp type of experience. And so I was only supposed to go for a summer, and I went and I landed in this little condo in Valencia, California.
Stop, awesome town.
Which was not, I'm thinking, we're going to be by the Hollywood sign.
Yeah.
And then we dropped down in Valencia, California, in this little condo with 2 beagles and a bunch of kids.
Wow.
And that was my intro to LA. And, I'm here like guns a-blazing. Like, I had been in Seattle, done a few like lead roles as a kid. So I thought I can be anyone. I played Wendy in Peter Pan. I played Willy Wonka. So, my idea of what I could do was really limitless or undefinable, so to speak.
Yeah.
And so I go to LA and I'm like, let's go. I can do all of the things that I've done in Seattle, but do it bigger and more exciting. And it wasn't until I got there that I realized very quickly that is not how it's going to go. That is not how people are going to see you.
Yeah.
And, I'm going to have to learn how to figure out there's a different path.
Yeah.
In
Mm-hmm.
What was the different path?
LA. Yeah.
No, but really, what was the different path?
Yeah. I mean, the different path was, again, I just really thought I could do anything. I could play any role. I could play the lead character. I could play any character. And it was very much instantly saying, no, you can't.
Yeah.
You're not going to play the lead role
Yeah.
ever. You're going to play the sidekick.
Mm-hmm.
I remember there were so many times where it was like, and you're a kid, you just want to please everyone. It was like,
Yeah.
no, you're going to have an accent for this.
Yeah.
Or your job is to support the leading.
Best friend.
Yes.
Sidekick.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
totally. And that very much was strange for me because, I'm fourth generation Japanese American.
Mhm.
So after the incarceration camps that my family on both sides were in, all of the language was lost.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the culture was lost or
Mhm.
changed or adapted to become more American or having these hybrid versions of food, of culture, et cetera, which is such a beautiful part of my story. Obviously, such a horrific thing in our American history. But, I was not, so in touch in that way. And I think that's what's great about our Asian Americanness is that
Mhm.
it's completely different. Like my experience,
Mm-hmm.
even the three of us here is so different. Like
Mhm.
Kara's experience, like living, internationally,
Yeah.
your experience being adopted, mine being fourth generation post, incarceration camps. It's all so different.
Yeah.
So when they were like, okay, do an accent or can you
Mhm.
speak Mandarin or, just that unawareness really put me in a weird loop of thinking I knew myself, having that great moment at 6 and then now being like, oh, wait, I don't think any of that was right. I guess I'm not that. I have to
Mhm.
be this.
Right. It's like already growing up here, like as teenagers, literally teenagers
Yeah.
into your 20s, such a formative time to be figuring out who you are in general and then to be bit in this like vacuum, insular place of Hollywood. It's 100 times harder, I think.
Yeah.
And having to like survive and believe in yourself and have confidence and know who you are when everybody's telling you to be something else.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious, like, okay, so fast forward a little bit to this wildly successful career you've had as a
Wildly
professional
successful.
actress and making that work in these really defining roles for, one of like the only Asian voices in the Pixar films. Like we have, a few others, but they're very few and far between. And it's just an incredible portfolio of work. Portfolio? Who am I? Like, what is this? A
Listen.
resume?
It's giving COO energy.
It is.
Let
It's
me
a
tell you.
portfolio. I'll show you a portfolio. You redefined and paved a way for a lot of Asian actresses and just, the Asian community in general in representation. Like, I remember we were talking about how there was one time I was talking about Glee and I was telling Allie a little bit about how like Harry Sham, our wonderful friend and friend of AAGC, is like,
Love Harry.
of course Tina and Mike had to be a couple on the show, and you're like, oh, come on. But there is an important part of that, the representation of just having like 2 Asians on a show at one time, which is crazy. But you did that in so many ways and like paving the way for a lot of other Asian actresses out there. I'm curious to like hear a little bit about this incredible career you've had and how it led you to creating AAGC.
Oh my gosh, what a great question. I mean, I feel, it's everything you said about being a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
That's such a formative part of anyone's life. And then to be in this industry where there's so much rejection, there's so much labeling of who you are, what you can do, what's wrong about you. So I think navigating that has truly been my Everest, and it still is. I feel like we can all relate on that, like finding our confidence every day.
Digging deep.
Definitely.
You know?
Digging deep.
And identity changing with the times, you know?
Yes, for
and
sure.
pivoting.
And what I will say about being a teenager was that I didn't understand how to separate playing characters versus real life. Because obviously if you're raised in it, right? So when people were telling me, and I didn't realize this till I was a little bit older, was that after so many years of being like, okay, you're not important, you're not important, you're not important.
Wow.
Your storyline is not important. Okay, you're someone else. You're not who you are. You're a trait. Because I feel like most of the rules, a lot of it, to say Asian princess, it was like, there was literally like exotic woman or sexy Asian girl or
Tech girl.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
We were a trait,
Yes.
not a whole complete being,
Yes.
a person. And so imagine as a teenager, that's being
Instilled in you.
instilled in you.
Mhm.
It's like that was my school of learning
Wow.
adulthood, right? And so I'm sitting here like I got to a point where I started interacting in that way in my real life, and that's when it started to get really scary for me.
Oh my God.
I remember I would be even just with friends, you know, like not Asian friends,
Yeah.
you know, like my white friends or whatever, and I'd just be like, I would start to walk a little bit behind them. I would let them always speak first.
Oh, wow.
I would, you know, someone would be like, what do you think about this, Allie? And I'd be like, well, I think this person
Yeah.
would know better. You know,
Yeah.
I would defer
Wow.
constantly
the
without even
subconscious.
subconsciously
Mhm.
knowing that I was doing this.
Mm.
And as a teenager, as a kid, as a teenager, you just want to please. And I think even culturally, that's like innately within us of like,
Mhm.
I'm the homework girl. I will show up. I will get the job done. I will be pleasant. I will not complain. But when you realize that that's like really affecting your psyche and what you want and even just your own dreams and
Confidence and like walking through life
Yeah.
behind somebody.
literally behind someone.
That's so wild. I
Not
never thought
even-
about it like that.
Yeah, not even understanding that I was even doing that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the subconscious, you know? Of,
Yeah.
I remember this is actually kind of like embarrassing, but I remember one of the first like interviews I ever did like on a red carpet when I was like back in the like Nickelodeon days. I'd never really done this before. Someone asked me a question. It was like a rapid fire, like, what's something interesting people don't know about you? And straight up, instantly, I could not think of anything. I said something interesting about the other person on the
Oh,
show.
wow.
Wow.
Like
Wow.
inherently. And the interviewer looked at me and was like, kind of gave me a weird look, like, what a weird response.
Right. Like I didn't ask about her, I asked about you.
Yeah, like, who are you even talking about?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I asked you an interesting thing about you, and you said, well, an interesting thing about this other person.
Oh my God.
You could probably find on the internet. I look back on this day as like the moment that I completely lost myself. Like,
And was that like the moment that you like you were gonna find yourself again, or like where was that? Where was the change?
I mean, I
'Cause I
think
feel
that,
like you have like I've seen you in the last few years, and like in motherhood, and I'm sure all these places as a CEO of this company, like you've stepped into this like leadership place
Mm.
in yourself,
Mm.
which is
take
so
up
beautiful.
so much space and you feel so comfortable in your own skin and you're so sure of yourself, you know, in all of these titles.
Where
to
was
just
that?
echo.
Where was the flip?
well, I think it was just the merging of a lot of different things
Mhm.
because. I mean, you guys know, growing up in this industry at that time, it almost feels like you're speaking in a vacuum.
Mhm.
Because even I would have these thoughts of like, wait, but why is this way? Wait,
Yeah.
but why can't the Asian girl? Like, or why can't we?
Right.
But no one is talking about that
Yeah.
at this time, right? No one's like questioning anything. So you start to feel a little crazy, like, oh, I should probably keep that to myself. That's
Yes.
something that only I'm thinking about. No one else is thinking about that. So I think it just wasn't ready yet. Culturally, we weren't ready to talk about representation
Right.
either. And so I think a lot of that awakening was a mix of a few different things of us talking about representation for the first time and me being like, wait, everyone else was thinking about this too, just no
Mhm.
one was saying it. I
Mhm.
think that was a huge wake-up call for me as like a almost adult at the time. And then secondly, it was Crazy Rich Asians coming out.
Mhm.
Mm.
Mhm.
That, like, as whatever you want to say or cliche as it is,
Yeah.
it truly was that for me of that movie came out. That morning, I opened up Twitter or whatever was Twitter, and there was just an explosion of positivity of people even just talking about Asian Americans on the internet or whatever it was.
It was such a movement.
Yeah, it was. Even, and you know, I'd heard people, there's a lot of talk within our community before then, or what we were like kind of creating awesome stuff with like YouTube, obviously, and all of these amazing places. But externally, it was the first time that I'd seen like the mainstream media, the industry at large, celebrating our community. And I was like, whoa, what's happening?
It's like, it wasn't even like an acceptance, it was celebrating, right? For so long, like in the industry, it's like we accept the token Asian in the show, that's the sidekick or the friend or like the funny one or whatever. But then this came out and you're like, oh wow, like people are, it's a wonderful film. Like the performances are incredible. We're celebrating these actors, we're celebrating the culture, we're celebrating like this book, right? So special. So okay, so then what happened?
Well, so that morning, I kind of like a light bulb hit in my head of like, I think it was more like glass shattering in that moment, like specifically because I realized, wow, I never thought this was possible. Like an all Asian cast leading a blockbuster film in something that is really fun and glitzy and like stuff I would talk about, like love, relationships, fashion, all of these things that are fun for me and for most of the people I know. But just seeing that, it just kind of shattered all this glass for me. And I thought about, well, what can I do to help? Like, what can I do to contribute to this in any way? And I really thought about the women in my life or the lack thereof of amazing Asian women in my life. And I'd seen all of this throughout time of just the incredible things that Asian women do, the people I knew from a distance, like even the two of you. I mean, Jenna, just watching you grow up in this industry and being like that only one, you know, and we were on your podcast when we like cried about this.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is so special. But, you know, I think in that moment, it just hit me of, wow, you know, I was raised by such an amazing, strong mother, an amazingly, even more strong grandma, who, like I said, when she was 16 years old, was sent to the incarceration camps, and our family lost everything during the war and after the war. So I think it just hit me of, wow, I want to have stronger connections with the Asian women in my life. And it just kind of, that's where the seedling kind of started.
For sure. So you launched AAGC from your living room floor, as you will say in lots of interviews.
I do say that.
With no plan and just an Instagram post. But I'm curious, like, what was your hope when you launched that? Or like, what did you have an idea, like, I want people to feel a certain way, or I want this to be something? Like, what was your dream from the living room floor in launching that? Or did you have one?
I had no dream, no plan, which is crazy.
Yep.
If you know me, or if you just know Asian women in general, we always have a plan, a 5-year plan, 10-year plan.
It's very true.
But it really was almost by accident. And accident, I think, is the wrong word, because it just was like this culminating, driving moment of me pushing send on that Instagram post.
Yeah.
Because I think the whole name, Asian American Girl Club, was all of those stories I told you in the beginning of like being in all those clubs. And I was like, what if there was a club that I actually wanted to be in that I didn't want to quit?
Yeah.
You know, that I was like, this is a lifelong club, that I'm a member, that you're a member, that we can all be part of and create and formulate together. And so that really was the initial dream, was, why is there not a space where I can meet and connect and build things with other Asian women that look like me? And just shocked that it didn't exist. And so I thought of this name, and I was not going to do really anything with it. And maybe just like a shirt. I was going to like put it on a shirt and just be like, I don't know, does anyone like this?
Yeah.
But instead, we made a little Instagram with the logo that is still the logo today. Before we just had a little amazing rebrand. Look at her.
She's so cute.
She is
grown
so
up.
cute.
She's so cute.
New era loading.
It's so good. It's so good. Shout out Erin. So I had this in my drafts, and then Trav and we had a couple of people were like, why don't you just post it and see what happens? And I'm like, post it? Like, what's the plan? What's the plan, guys?
Yeah, post it, then what?
Then what? And it just, I think I was just having like a weird weak moment or empowered moment at 10 p.m. I hit send. I went to bed. The next morning I woke up and like our inbox was flooded. I mean, like DMs, we had set up a little email of like, just to have one. And we had messages, emails from girls all over the country. And then it became all over the world, from places like Korea, Japan. I mean, even as far as like Bangladesh, India.
Wow.
It was really crazy to me because these girls, first of all, had written it in a span of like 7 hours.
Yeah.
These long, almost like college style, I literally say college style dissertations.
Wow.
Because they were.
Overachieving Asian woman
You
all
know
over the
it.
world.
You know
it.
She opened her laptop at 11 p.m. was like,
And
I'm
did
going
the
to write
thing.
something right now.
Yeah.
And I remember just sitting there reading these messages, like even stuff like, what is this? Is this going to be something, or writing their own experiences? And that's when the aha moment was, okay, this is something that people really need.
Yeah.
That literally gave me chills when you were saying that because it is so crazy how 7 hours, can change so much. And thinking about, like you said, the little girl from somewhere very far away, just feeling safe enough and just acknowledged enough from one logo to be like, oh my gosh, I want to share my story. This is a space for my story too,
Right.
Yes.
It's so powerful.
And like thinking about those young girls, like starting on this journey of like how excited I was when I moved to LA, like thinking my story was going to go one way. And I'm so glad it went the way it did, but also knowing for them, it can be different, right? Like knowing that they're not going to have to jump through all those emotional hoops of not feeling like you belong at this table.
Yeah.
Because we know we absolutely do. It's just that we needed to like have enough, support within ourselves and belief to be able to create this space. So that's what I'm excited about with those young girls or the next generation is to step into this journey, being excited and having their voice be part of building it as well.
Like laying the groundwork for them to just believe and know, like innately and instinctually that they can, versus us having to like dig the caves and tunnels to get there, to feel like, to figure it out. And of course, everybody's going to have their own journey to figure it out.
Yes.
But to have the support, have a place like AAGC to come, to know there's people that you're not alone, to go through that with you, and to have a place where you're celebrated and your voices are heard and amplified. And it's just it's so important. And it's why I think so many people felt so moved by it so quickly, right? Like they felt moved to write those papers. They didn't feel like, oh, I have an assignment to do. So I think there's like, it was just something there. What is your hope for the people that you created this for? Like, what do you want them to feel? Like when you created AAGC, what do you want the community to feel when they come to AAGC?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that has been the community telling me and telling this team what they want and how they feel, which is so cool because I always say like, I'm just the vessel. Like I just created this so that it can exist, but there is no one single voice of AAGC because we know we're not a monolith. There's so many different experiences, backgrounds, all of this stuff. But what I can say from my own experience is like looking back at my childhood self that was like walking into Hollister, you know what's up.
We know what's up.
Walking by Abercrombie and Fitch, like, what? No? Okay. And wanting to wear blonde hair and contacts and all of the things. I mean, I want to heal her, and I think that's why the word club is so important is because it really is for my 14-year-old self. It's for any 14-year-old selves currently or people that want to go back in time and re-examine, their childhood or those pieces of themselves they want to heal. And I love that because we have moms, we have kids, we have grandparents who wear the merch, we have Asian dads, uncles. Like it's so cool that when you say it's for everyone, it really is.
No, it really is.
We have people that we have so many people that are not Asian.
Yeah.
And they say, can I wear the shirt? Is it okay? And we're like, yes, absolutely. Like, this is truly not meant to be exclusive. Like, it's completely opposite. Like, everyone is welcome here. It's just like, hey, we're your Asian friends.
Yes.
And like, and we mean that. Like, here's who we are. Here's who we've always been.
Mm-hmm.
We want to turn that on its head. Like, when I was younger, when I first started this, I remember I went to Google Asian girl because I just wanted to see what came up. And I remember when I hit send, what I saw made me so sad.
Mm-hmm.
It was a mix of, I'm sure you can imagine, over-sexualized, fetishized, a lot of things that, you know, you just wouldn't want to see, or, you know, it just doesn't fully speak to who we are.
Yeah.
And I remember saying, imagine if we could Google that, and one day it just did show. It was the vision board of really who we are in our minds and our soul, all these things. And I think one of the things I'm most proud of is now Googling, like, Asian American girl, Asian girl, whatever it is, and you see girls in these shirts. And that to me is like, wow, we're really doing it.
Wow.
You know?
That's
Like,
so exciting.
we
That's
have the
so
power
cool.
to change things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, truly. And it's not me, it's not the people at this table, it's all of us. Because if you're wearing this shirt and you're proudly going out to your coffee shop, to your school, wherever it is in the world, especially in spaces that maybe you're the only one, like, you are changing the world.
Yeah.
And I really mean that.
Well, and it's remarkable. I know you say, like, it's not just me, and I appreciate that, but I also, you are showing people that they have the power to change the world. So empowering these young girls, these older girls, all of us to drive the change that we want to see.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, it's truly remarkable. I am so impressed and so excited and so happy to work alongside you and alongside these amazing, strong women that we do and we come across every day, because knowing that we are Asian American Girl Club is a symbol of what we can be is so inspiring and exciting.
Incredibly inspiring.
And speaking of this team, like, we have still so much work to do, which
So
is
much
really exciting. We talk about these stats every day at our meetings and whatnot, of, you know, the Forbes stat that was like, we're least likely to be promoted to these leadership top positions in C-suites, et cetera. We're still some of the lowest numbers when it comes to representation in media, especially in leading roles. Some of it is still very exoticized, fetishized. We're the smallest when it comes to being funded. That's a whole other conversation. Asian women are really undervalued when it comes to VC conversation, when it comes to just funding in general. Some of that education, some of that confidence is not there. And trust me, I'm going through that personally of like this with this company and just speaking for it and speaking through it and bringing on this amazing team that I could only dream of. So I think it's exciting that we have work to do, but we can all be part of changing those numbers.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Truly.
Definitely.
Well, going off of that, what's next for AAGC? What exciting things are coming along?
Oh my gosh, so much. And it really does feel like new era loading, because I think a lot of it is really having the confidence to be in this next chapter.
Yes.
Because I think so much of it was, for 7 years, I was like, I want this to be organically grown, authentically grown. And it has been.
Yeah.
We've never taken capital. Everything has just been organic growth. The shirts, really took off from the beginning. But now I think after so much has happened through COVID, through Stop Asian Hate, through so much in our landscape, it really does feel like now we are perfectly positioned to be at a place where we can grow to everything that I've always had in my head, that I think so many people have always had in their heads for AGC, of like, will you guys do this? Will you guys do that? You guys do this? And I think 7 years was almost like a one long beta test of like, who is this community? Who do we speak to and for? And now we know, we understand, and we have the confidence to be like, we know exactly where we're going to go next. Starting with this podcast. Starting with the two of you, this team. So exciting. It just, it feels like the club really is coming to life now.
Yes.
I mean, it's like we've been acting as a club this whole time, but this is like we're really at a place now where we're excited to make this official. And even just in my own mind of like start walking back in that journey of as a kid to now of having enough confidence to say that I can lead this company is huge.
Yeah, it's been amazing to see you step into like the role of like the leadership role of CEO and founder and like really owning it
Yeah.
and like blossoming in that way because it's all such a journey. Like even if we have a confidence at 6 and we're navigating these hard times throughout our whole lives, even into these later decades of our lives, like just you're still learning and you're still figuring out how to step into places where you feel like you belong and you can own it. And so it's been really wonderful to watch Allie do that in this chapter. And we're so excited and so grateful for everything that you dreamed and created and all the things that you went through in order to get here. Like we're just grateful for you and for this company and to be here with all of you. So
Agreed.
I'm so grateful.
So much more to come too.
Yes, we'll have you back for sure. We'll have you back to chat through all the fun things and to do more of this and just put our brains together. But we're so grateful that you came today. We do have one small segment that we are going to do, guys, weekly is the AAGC hotline where you call in speakpipe.com/undefinable hotline. Go there, leave your messages, ask your questions, tell us what it means to you to be undefinable, tell us how you feel, tell us everything. But today we have one hotline because of course, we can't do it without you, Allie. We have to have a hotline. So, Tia, do you want to play this hotline voicemail for us?
Hi, Tia.
Hola, it's Sherry Cola, and I just want to say how beyond proud and grateful I am for Asian American Girl Club. It's something we've always wanted to see, and y'all are doing it with this podcast. I mean, just amplifying voices and connecting with each other. It's so magical and spectacular, and I love to see it. Thank you. Ali Maki, our badass queen of light, my absolute sister. I'm curious, now that you're a mother, how has your perspective changed when it comes to storytelling with projects that come into the inbox? Is there something that stands out? Or are there boxes that you realize need to be checked? Mwah! Can't wait to listen.
No,
So
we
sweet,
love
Sherry.
We love Sherry.
We have to. I mean, she
zero.
will come on the podcast because
Yes, day zero.
she is like a day one as well, and so much a part of this team as well, and more to come on that. But like, she is truly one of a kind, one of the best people in the entire world.
We love her.
Our street team. She's the street team.
She is.
Shout out, Sherry. We love you so much. You're the best. Great question. I mean, motherhood has changed everything. Like, if anything, it's just really made everything even deeper. And we have just like a better understanding of why we get up every morning, my purpose for doing all of this.
Yep.
And I think, everything I do is for her now. And just looking in her eyes, and when she even wears the shirt, she's been wearing it since she was a little tiny newborn.
Cutest.
And all of these girls that wear the shirt and they're 6, 7 years of age, you just look at them and they're like, oh, I'm powerful. Like, how about that? Like, too bad. Like, watch out. And I love it. Let that never go away.
Yeah.
And we say that is solely our job every day when we go to the office on Zoom.
Yep.
Our job is to make sure that feeling never goes away for people. And that's truly what AGC is all about. So my daughter is everything. She's like the living iteration of all of my hopes and dreams and the things that I want for the next generation. So, yeah, I mean.
Those babies are our North Stars,
Yes.
Those babies going to be powerful.
Oh,
all right?
We work for them.
Yes.
We work for them.
And Kara's a new girl auntie.
I mean,
Yay! Congratulations.
she's 1 month old. Oh,
Oh
already
my
the love
gosh,
of
it
my
is.
life.
Oh my
already.
gosh.
I need to put her in one of those little AAGC onesies.
You know it.
It's on its way.
Injected immediately.
On its way.
On its way.
Allie, thank you so much for joining us for this first episode. It was really such a joy to hear about the story and you, the person behind AAGC and the person driving AAGC for all of us. So thank you so much for coming and spending time with us.
Yes.
You guys, thank you so much for joining us for our first episode of Undefinable, an AAGC Originals podcast. So exciting. Every week we're going to be here, conversations like this, a little inspiration to take into your own life. So thank you so much. Be sure to rate, review, subscribe. So we're waiting for you in your inbox and your podcasts. And thank you. Shout out to Gloria Kim, our incredible friend and the artist that you hear in the opening music of this podcast every week. And see you next time. You've been listening to Undefinable, an AAGC Originals podcast brought to you by Asian American Girl Club. Executive produced by Maki, Jenna Ushkowitz, Tia Sam, and Kara Wang. Edited by Jacob Ho. Intro music by Gloria Kim. Thanks for listening.